Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the Managing Director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing the prospect of a nearly $10 billion market in terms of cannabis here in Thailand. Wow. I thought of making this video after reading a recent article from Time magazine, that's time.com. Article is titled, How Thailand's Deputy PM Could Score the Top Job and Redefine the Country's Politics. Now, bear in mind, the thrust of this article goes a different way. They're talking about now Interior Minister Anutin Charnvirakul and how they were speculating at the time that he could end up being a PM. I was always kind of ambivalent about that at the time. I didn't think that speculation was quite on the mark. But I went back and was reading this article because it came up when I was doing some further research on cannabis and things here, and I thought some things were interesting. Most notably, quoting directly, the Thai cannabis market is projected to reach $9.6 billion by 2030. Quoting further, Thailand is actually the world's most suitable location to grow quality cannabis, says Anutin, a former engineer who entered politics in 1996. Quote, we have so much knowledge from traditional medicine in Thailand, and the use of cannabis extractions can cure so many illnesses and alleviate symptoms. So I thought it was rather interesting that Time at the, going back more than a year ago, I think, was interested in this overall topic. It was also one of the few pieces of Western, hesitate to call it propaganda, but let's just call it news, and that was not heavily negative on the entire cannabis issue. I've often speculated on this channel that the negative feedback we sometimes see regarding the issue of cannabis, I would probably surmise may come from major interest both in alcohol and big pharmaceuticals, because cannabis in many ways can act as a pretty good alternative to either of those substances under many circumstances. So there's probably a lot of negative feedback from those quarters with regard to the very notion of legal cannabis here in Thailand. That being said, I found it more interesting going back and doing this research, the prospect that, let's call it 10 billion baht, or 10 billion US dollars. That would come out to 300 billion baht if it ultimately proves accurate. And I got to be really honest, I think it probably will. I think this thing could turn out to be the biggest cash crop Thailand's ever seen in its entire history. I think it could turn out to be something that could result in massive agribusiness for Thailand, as well as various industrial opportunities, most notably having to do with like industrial hemp. So again, across the board, I think that this is a massive benefit for the country. And I think it's interesting that, we're seeing a situation where Thailand has sort of first mover advantage with respect to these issues. And then meanwhile, we've still got people who are sort of poo-pooing the very notion of this, notwithstanding the clear benefits that accrue to the favor of the country itself.